This time on Pole House Black Pot Weekend Getaways, we don't actually get away, but we do fix a favorite dip.
I think they're done, hon. Hello.
Brr.
It's just a little cool.
We thought about going camping this weekend, didn't we?
We have a little while.
Earlier in the
Yeah.
week, it was really warm. Like
Very
highs in the
nice.
50s, lows in the 30s, which makes, being by the campfire so much fun.
It was really good after last week's
Yeah,
good
where I
sized
fell.
snow.
I fell in the snow, which we won't talk about. Me and my clumsiness. Anyways, then they changed the dang forecast.
Yeah, yesterday was this is Saturday, and Friday started out pretty good warm wise, but we had a good amount of rain, which we needed rain. And then last night, cold front came through, and the wind chill was like almost zero.
It didn't freeze anything up, which is fortunate, but I'm a fair weather camper. I don't like being out when I can't enjoy the fire, when all I
Just
want
a
to do
little
is
bit,
go to the
yeah.
bed.
So, needless to say, we're
We're
on our
on our front porch, yeah.
So it's actually Valentine's Day weekend. So
Which
happy,
is also
happy belated Valentine's Day,
Happy Valentine's
everybody.
Day,
Yeah,
baby.
you too.
And it's also
Super
Bowl Sunday,
tomorrow.
and it's also during the Olympics. So there's a lot going on this week.
So we thought about maybe doing something still on the comfort line, but maybe for a dip line, since we do a lot of dips and stuff during Super Bowl time.
Yes, everybody
so
does
snack
that.
foods, dips, and things like that. So we're doing something that's good wintertime dip, and that is what?
Buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken dip, yep.
But guess what? We're not going to use all that we're making, because we're making
No,
a
we're
big
eating a big
bunch.
batch, and it's just we're
And
here at
there's
home
just
with-
the three of us
yeah.
eating it, so we found another use for the leftovers.
And we'll have
But
leftovers.
we're not going to tell you today.
Because that's next week's video, and if we don't forget, we might forget later. So we might go to go to the comment page and see if you can guess what you think we're going to fix next week with our leftover chicken dip.
And it's one of two things, but that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So okay, we'll be right back. Gotta get charcoal started, and we'll get back and get this dip going. Here, that's it.
Yep. Well, honey, the briquettes are ready. I know we're not quite ready, but we're going to go ahead and get it started. I'm going to dump these out. And I'm going to kind of level these out, make sure I don't get my sweater in the way. Now, I don't want a whole lot in the middle.
Yeah, we're gonna put some on top, probably, aren't we?
Yeah,
As we
here
get
in
started.
a bit, after
yeah.
we get it started. We got quite a bit of stirring to do. Pooey! That ash went right up in my mouth. Okay. First things first, we got a brick of cream cheese here at room temperature. That's very important. Got to put it in at room temperature. That way it melts a whole lot easier. You don't think that Dutch oven's hot? Look at that steam coming from that. While that's heating up, I'm using a whole jar of, we like the buttermilk ranch. We've also used, there's a cheese variety of that, isn't there, Wade?
Yeah, like a 3 cheese ranch or something like that.
That's really good in here, but it's not very easy to find.
Or just
Especially-
regular ranch too, right?
Yeah, regular ranch. We like the flavor of the
I
buttermilk.
think the original recipes kind of call for ranch, but regular ranch, but
Of course, this is our
whatever
recipe.
you like. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got all that. I'm going to set this over here up. Now, I like to mix those two items together first. That way we get the ranch dressing and the cream cheese all melted together. Oh, it smells good already. Oop, I got an issue here. There. Ooh, that wind's kind of cool. Ooh.
Yeah, it is cool. At least we're on the out of the wind in the sun, so it doesn't feel quite so bad. But if we were
Yeah.
trying to go out camping somewhere, it would not be.
I would. I'm a fair weather
Pleasant.
camper, as you well know. Fair weather hunter, fair weather fisherman. If it's too hot or too cold, I'm going to park my butt in the house. Now, that's got all that pretty well. And as it heats up some more, it'll finish getting melted together. Now, they all call for Frank's hot sauce. We didn't have Frank's. So I'm going to shake this up. But it's a like Frank's hot sauce. Not that we're... Whatever your flavor hot sauce you want to use. It takes quite a bit. So it looks like I'm putting a lot in here.
That is the title, Buffalo Chicken Dip.
Yep.
So, gotta have a little bit of kick to it, doesn't it?
Yep, it does. Okay, honey. Come in here with the GoPro and let's show everybody how that looks. Now I'm going to stir that in there a little bit. This way you don't get a clump of cream cheese in one area and a clump of chicken in another and not have it real mixed up. Ooh, that wind's cold.
Yeah, I had to put my stocking hat on.
Yeah, well, I got more hair than you do, hon. Okay. Now, we've already opened and dumped the juice off of 3 cans of chicken. I think
Yeah.
it's called chicken breast. Yep, that's what it is.
Yep. Already chunked up.
That's already
Pre-cooked.
chunked up. You can also use rotisserie chicken for this.
That would be good. I was good. I thought about that this week, but time I get off work, even the closest chicken rotisserie is at Walmart, next town over. And
Which
you-
is where he works.
can you believe by 5 o'clock, they already shut things down in the deli area at
Well,
Walmart
you know
now.
that nasty little virus that we don't want
I
to talk
guess.
about.
I don't know why that has to do with closing the deli down early, but apparently it does.
Now, this is a fairly quick recipe to cook. Fact is, I think the guy you got this from got it from a crock pot recipe.
Yeah, like a
book.
slow
I
cooker.
do
It's a
believe.
slow cooker recipe. Yeah, that's right. Pretty sure it is.
So, I get all that in there. Ooh, that wind's cold. I should put a heavier coat on. This gives you your nice orange color.
Nice and spicy.
Yeah. Now, we are going to let this cook for a little while.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to have to turn it any, are we, honey?
No, because we're going to be stirring. So, no turning. So, my suggestion, hon, is we'll put the lid on, get
Yep.
stirred up good. The lid on, and we'll move
And
several
if there's a little
of them
pieces,
coals to the top.
if there's a little bit of pieces of your cream cheese that aren't mixed up, trust me, they will.
Yeah.
Now, we've got one other ingredient to put in here, which isn't in here yet, and that's the cheese. We found if you cook cheese for very long, it separates, and you wind up with a whole bunch of oil. We
Yeah.
don't like that.
Even some of the supposedly good cheeses are supposed to melt good. I think if you put them in and don't overcook it with the cheese, I think you're okay. But
So how many briquettes you think I ought to put on the top, dear?
oh, let's move. We can probably move half of them on top. That way it won't stick.
Ooh.
So I think I've got about 24 pieces. So you can probably move
3,
10 or 12, probably 12 on top, and we just let her go
4.
from there.
5, 6, 7. And he's pretty particular about where he puts his briquettes. I'm not. 8, 9.
Well, and it's not as important when you're doing something that you're going to be stirring all the time.
Well, he's less apt to have something go wrong with his baking, too. I can remember one time I was fixing molten lava chocolate cake. You remember that, honey?
Yeah.
We haven't got that Dutch oven totally cleaned out yet, have we?
No, that's tough.
Anyways, we're gonna let that cook and we'll come back in a little bit and we'll add the last ingredient.
And give it a stir, won't we?
Yep.
All right, we'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, time to give it another stir and add our final ingredient.
There.
Bubbling away. It's getting me looking good in it.
Now you had to do something off camera. What was that?
It was cooking really good on the bottom, and you can feel it's kind of just trying to stick a little bit. So I took 3 more pieces of charcoal off the bottom and moved them to the top. So that'll keep us heating up and getting it going without sticking the bottom. So that's one thing, you get that bottom hot. It doesn't take a lot on the bottom, so you can move a lot of heat to the top. Okay, and we're going to use a 2-cup bag of shredded cheese.
It's not any shredded
This
cheese.
happens to be the Velveeta brand
And we like that wide.
cheddar. It melts good, it's smooth, and doesn't separate and get oily on top like some of the other cheeses. Of course, Monterey Jack, a lot of them use Monterey Jack. Monterey Jack would be really good.
We're gonna mix that up.
Yep.
And then it'll be time to,
Sample. It needs to melt a few minutes, doesn't it?
yeah, cook in there a little bit. You don't want it going too long though, because this will separate some. Especially if it's cooked for hours and hours and
Basically,
hours.
once that cheese comes together and melts it all together, it'll be 5 minutes to be all we need. We'll come back and give it a sample.
See how creamy that looks though? Well, it's time to taste test this.
Ooh, it's looking
Nice
good.
and creamy.
One last stir, hon.
Didn't separate at all. Oh man, if we had smell-o-vision. Oh yeah. All right. I'm going to taste test. Oh, and if you're wondering, Wade was right. I needed a coat. My sweater looked nice, but it sure didn't feel nice out here. Ooh, I bet you this is going to be a roof of the mouth
Bernie.
burn, yes. Now you
turn.
better come in here and try it.
My turn.
That's some good stuff, Maynard.
Had a cool minute.
Yeah, it is hot.
A little heat.
Yep, supposed to.
Supposed to. Buffalo
stuff.
chicken dip's good stuff, isn't it?
Yep. Now remember, we're not going to eat this whole big Dutch oven full. We're going to
Nope.
save about half of it.
So don't
You
forget
better.
to make a comment and see if you can guess what we're going to fix.
Yep, there are 1 or 2 things. Now, I'm not going to tell you what there are. One of them I don't think sounds very good, but Wade and Leslie think it is.
Yeah. We're
The
not going
other
to make
one-
one of them, but the other one we are going to make.
The other one we all like. So
Sure. So, all right. Well,
that about does it for this weekend getaway that was not a getaway. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, which is a like. Subscribe and share us on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And we'll see you next week.
yep. Thanks for watching.